Well, for 2 years, we've been reporting on Operation Lone Star efforts to secure the Texas border with Mexico. The latest part of the effort has been the buoys dropped in the Rio Grande near Eagle Pass. And so far, the state has spent more than $4 billion in efforts at the border. And that came under focus of the Wall Street Journal. And reporter Elizabeth Mindell joins us now. Elizabeth, thank you so much for being with us. Let's get right into this. You looked at the numbers and you really analyzed the money that was spent. What does Texas now have to show for it?
Yeah, thank you for having me. We really zeroed in on how much money they've spent. They've spent or allocated about $9.5 billion for Operation Lone Star through 2025, having spent about more than 4 billion of that already. And we weren't able to find border security experts all say that it's very difficult to measure the efficacy of border operations and see whether arrests are a sign of success or failure. But we're seeing that the areas of the border this program is focusing on most heavily, which is the Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Brackettville areas, not only did not see any drop in crossings, but they actually saw the most rapid increases in Border Patrol encounter numbers anywhere in the state.
Okay, and looking into that, you also spoke to Customs and Border Protection. Digging a little deeper, what did they tell you about a high number of arrests, and does this really help them determine what's working or what's not working?
They said it's really difficult to judge border operations. Governor Abbott, of course, very proud of the Operation Lone Star program, and he sends out releases every Friday talking about the high numbers of arrests. But the experts that I spoke with and former Border Patrol leaders said high numbers of arrests can also be a sign of failure, because it shows you're not deterring illegal traffic. Ideally, you would want to see a very high number of arrests at first when an operation starts, and then you would want to see those drop as a deterrent effect kicks in. But this program is 2 years in, and we're not seeing that deterrent effect.
And Elizabeth, you also highlighted the Texas National Guard, who Governor Greg Abbott deployed to help with Operation Lone Star. What kind of impact are we seeing that this deployment is having on guardsmen?
Yeah, it's been a huge operation for the Guard. They don't typically undertake deployments within the state of this scope and this length. Initially, there was tremendous morale problems among the Guard, and we've seen at least 5 suicides and at least 10 guardsmen who have died on the mission overall. And in addition to that, we're seeing a lot of soldiers get in trouble. We saw documents from the Texas Military Department show that nearly 200 soldiers have been arrested while serving on border task forces for all manner of incidents, from DUIs to assaults, and some of them for things like smuggling and the types of things they're there to stop.
And then lastly, the latest situation with the buoys now involves the federal government filing a lawsuit. Other states have also joined Texas's efforts, sending their own Guard and law enforcement. Is there any indication through your reporting that we're headed for a resolution in this?
No, I think as you mentioned, other states, that's 13 other Republican states, have sent or have said that they will send state police or National Guard to Texas to assist with this operation. That was at Governor Abbott's request. It is popular among Republicans to want to secure the border, and I think that they are challenging the federal government's authority, and they know they're doing that.
Elizabeth Mindell from the Wall Street Journal, as always, thank you so much for your time. We'll have your article up on our website at kxan.com. Thanks again.
I appreciate you having me.